Hey, good morning. It's Rick Franks, Chiropractic Foundations. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Hopefully, you're getting something out of these little podcast things that I'm doing. I'm just trying to share my experiences, what I've learned, so that you don't have to go through the same things, that you can jump on and ride from here. We've got to improve. We've got to get better. We're not really growing as a profession, and that scares me. And that's why we're doing this, so we can get this to more people and help more people along the way, especially young chiropractors in school. And I don't care if you're in school, thinking about going to school, getting out of school. I've been in this 20 years. There's something here that everybody can learn from. And that's what I'm here for. So my message to you today, by the way, make sure, and hopefully you've done your goal setting course. You're getting better at that. You're starting to write down your goals. You're using the journal to put your thoughts down, what you're learning from there, how you're advancing, how we're getting better so that we can get bigger. We all want to be bigger. There's no doubt about that. We all want to be bigger. Wouldn't you love to see 10 more patients a day? Wouldn't that be great? Think about that. All right. That's just 10. All right. But how about 50? Why are we limiting ourselves? Don't ever limit yourself. But my message to you is today is I had a student asked me a little while back. He said, let me read this. He says, so Dr. Franks, he says, tell me what your secret is. What was the secret of your success? And I had to think for a little bit, just because I wasn't sure how I wanted to answer that, because there really is no secret to success. There are secrets, all right, and that's what we go through here, are the secrets that nobody wants to do because they're a little different than what they think they're supposed to be doing. But I thought for a little bit, and I came up with one thing that is very, very important. I wouldn't say it's the thing, but it's very, very important, because every time you think, okay, this is the secret, and then somebody who does not know that secret is a success also. So it's not the secret, but it's a secret. And what I want you to do here is just kind of think for yourself. I want you to take a moment and imagine this. Imagine coming out of school, okay, that didn't grant loans, okay? So in other words, you paid for it as you went along, okay? So in other words, you're pretty low on the totem pole as far as your finances are not in the greatest condition. You have no, other than belongings, you're living out of a suitcase, okay? You're coming out of school, and you're going to try to open your own practice, all right? Now think of what's going to happen here. You've got no Facebook. Just imagine this. There's no Facebook that I could tell people who I am. There's no Instagram. There's no LinkedIn. There's no emails. Okay. There's no computers. All right. There's no computers. There's no way to communicate with people other than getting on the phone with them. There are laws that say you cannot advertise in the newspaper. And that's back then we had newspapers. All right. You could not advertise in a newspaper. You could do no marketing of any kind. You couldn't put them on a billboard. You couldn't put anything up there anywhere that people could see it. Laws. You would be arrested if you did that. Imagine having the stigma of saying that you are a chiropractor. In other words, probably 5 out of 10 people haven't even heard of a chiropractor. And the other 3 had bad thoughts about being a chiropractor. Can you imagine the stigma of like going to a party saying, and somebody asking you what you do? You had to be very careful what you said, because there was it's not like saying, well, I'm an accountant. People say, oh, I hate accountants, or I love accountants, or, I'm a cook. Oh, people either hate cooks or love cooks. No, People either hated the chiropractor or they loved the chiropractor. There was no in between. Imagine on a scale of professions that chiropractic was ranked lower than used car salesmen. And I've got nothing against used car salesmen, but back then, used car salesmen, we supplanted them as the least respected industry in the country. Imagine the largest organization other than a church, than the churches, the AMA, having an active plan out there to destroy you, to destroy the chiropractic profession, having an active plan for that to happen. And you are being asked to attend a meeting and meetings that you would go with chiropractors to determine how we were going to change our name if this active plan played out. That's where I started. That's how we started back then. This was back in the 70s, late 70s. Okay, so it wasn't, I tell people today, it's like people would give us the snarly look if we told them back then, that we were chiropractors. Today, it's who's your chiropractor? What a difference. Back then, 9 out of 10 people, new patients that would come in, had never been to a chiropractor before. We were their last hope. Nowadays, 6 out of 10 have already been to a chiropractor, and you're the second or third one that they're going to. Life has changed. A lot of things have changed. But imagine having no way to get out who you were and what you did. What did you have to do? What did I have to do to get out there? In fact, I joined a group of chiropractors. I went to Associate, and I was with 6 other chiropractors in 2 buildings. Okay. So it wasn't like they were pouring in to see me. They were coming to see the people that had been there for a while. What did I do? What did I have to do? And there were 2 things that I remember very distinctly, is that I had bought into the message. I had bought into chiropractic 100%. So I was there. My full head and heart were into it. And I sold a lot of people on me, not necessarily on chiropractic, but on me. But the other part of that is I learned how to communicate. I learned how to speak the language. I learned how to tell people what chiropractic was in 5 seconds. People got a 10-second attention span. You go over 10 seconds with them, you've lost them. But if you could tell them what you do in 5 to 10 seconds with all your heart, all your head, all your heart, all your being, they just might buy you. And that's what I did. And I built a practice. My first day of practice ever, I saw 2 patients in 12 hours. No, I didn't spend 1 hour. I didn't spend 6 hours with each patient. Right? I acted as if I took care of them the same way, but I started talking. I learned how to communicate. I learned how to tell them the chiropractic story, learned how to tell them the message over a period of time, not all at once. And they started bringing people in. They started bringing it. And we were, as a matter of fact, I forgot to even tell you this. Our office was referral only. Can you imagine that? Referral only. They had to tell us, they had to tell the front desk, we refer them in so that the front desk could refer them to the rightful doctor. So no walk-ins. It was referral only. I was up against the wall and I didn't even know it. But you know what? I didn't care because I was learning. I was getting better every day. I was going to make it myself a success. I knew where I was going. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew why I was in this place, and that's because of the teaching, because I was going to learn. I was not trying to get in there just to make a bunch of money and pay off my school loans, okay? I wasn't there to do that. I was there for a bigger reason, to get better, become better, so that I could go out and have 20 years of practice under my belt in the first 2 years. And that's what happened. But that's a different story too. My point is, there's two things you got to do. You have to buy into what we're doing. You have to, however you want to do it, with science, with philosophy, whatever you want to do, you got to learn how to communicate. You got to learn how to speak the language so that people understand you, so that people buy into you, and they'll come to you. Okay, they'll come to you. They come to you because they believe in you. And once they believe in you, that's when you start educating them. And over time, they become understanders of what chiropractic is. So if you leave, they're still going to keep coming and getting adjusted. Okay? That's what it's about. They don't come because of you. You don't want them coming because you want them coming because they understand chiropractic. So my point was to this student was, no, it had nothing to do with the latest gimmicks, the latest, things that are out there that you can use, that you could sell in addition and all that kind of stuff, and all the vitamins and everything. That's how you make it. No, it gets down to chiropractic being in you and your ability to communicate that to the patient. You do that and you're on your way. You're on your way. So that's my lesson for today. Make sure you go to your journal, write down what you're thinking about this. Write down how well can I communicate this? In other words, if somebody came up to me and asked me, so you're a chiropractor, what's a chiropractor do? Could you answer that in 5 or 10 seconds? And could you carry on the conversation from that point and get them to want to come and see you? That's the secret. And that's what we teach here at Chiropractic Foundations. Join us and we'll show you how to do that. Join us, we'll show you how to do it the right way, the chiropractic way. It's so simple. It's so fun to just be a chiropractor. To be able to spread the word and change lives and see lots of people and people come to you. They're knocking on the doors, waiting for you to open the door so they could come in and see you. When we walk into the front door in the mornings, there's like 10 people out there waiting for us. That's what you want. And that's what you can get here at Chiropractic Foundations. So get to your journal, write down your thoughts on today. I love and appreciate you. Keep on doing this. Join us. Come on, join the crowd and learn how to become a chiropractor. Okay, thanks a lot. Have a great day.